G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to game 3. This is it. This is the final NRL video pretty much, I guess, in the current state that we're in of 2020. So we're here. Thanks for a massive year. Obviously you saw game 2 last week. I did a vlog to that game, but in this video I'll be discussing game 3, which is an Origin decider. Really exciting. Obviously I was at game 2 and quite a disappointed Queenslander there, but congratulations to the Blues on their win. We'll go through the team lineups. I'll go through my prediction. I'll give you my best bet. This is everything Origin game 3.
Cheers, bro. I wasn't over. Subscribe to Entertainer. Who's going to win the All-Stars tonight? Yeah, I like to entertain now.
So winning game 1, the Queensland Maroons travelled to Olympic Park, or ANZ Stadium, if you want to call it ANZ, what it is now, against the New South Wales Blues. Home field advantage for the Blues. Few changes for the Blues, obviously Cody Walker coming into the 6th jersey for Luke Keary, as well as Nathan Brown, who had a very solid Origin debut. And they're unchanged, the Blues side, so I'll go through the Blues side first. James Tedesco sticking with Tupou on the wing. Tupou had a much better game the other night, in my opinion, than he did in game 1. Clint Gutherson in the centres, Jack Whiten, Josh Adokar, who I'm hearing is in doubt, but we'll see. Cody Walker, could all be mind game. Nathan Cleary, who was outstanding. Now, I backed him for man of the match game 1. Should have backed him for game 2. I picked him about 4 minutes before the game, actually. I chucked some money on Cleary man of the match. I thought it was coming, and that's why I said it in game 1, but game 2, there it was. Daniel Saifidi, Damien Cook, Payne Haas, Angus Crichton, Tyson Frizzell, Jake Trbojevic, Dale Finucane, Nathan Brown, Junior Paulo, Isaiah Yeo, and their reserves, Ryan Pappenhausen gets a chance in jersey 18, Jerome Luai, Cameron McInnes, and jersey number 1, Nick Kotrick. Now, the Blues were really solid last week. Big win over the Queensland Maroon. Big home field advantage there, but this side looks strong. Now, I said a lot about, I feel like Queensland have more players who play in their retrospective positions, but I was... I ate my words there. The bench for the Blues is obviously all forwards with Dale Finucane, Nathan Brown, Junior Paulo, and Isaiah Yeo. It kind of concerned me for that side against the Maroons, but they were clinical. They were dominating us, so fantastic win there. Let's get into the Maroon side. There's a few changes, and some I'm excited about. Now, Corey Allen goes to fullback against James Tedesco. Not too sure what I think of this. I thought Valentine Holmes was solid the other night, but Corey Allen has had a good season when Latrell Mitchell's been out, so be interesting. Valentine Holmes returns to his try-scoring spot on the wing against Daniel Tupou. Wonder who can take those high balls. Tupou is the man, but Val's a great winger, back in the day especially, so we'll see there. Brenko Lee comes into the side against Clint Gutherson. Don't know what I think of this one. I think Brenko Lee, although he's had a good year, I just don't think... I mean, who else could you pick, I guess? But I don't know if he deserves an Origin spot, in my opinion. Good year, unexpected year. It's a no from me at this stage. Dane Gagai against Jack Whiten, who at Origin level, outstanding, at South's average. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do in this decider. We've seen what he brings to the arena. Edric Lee has been named in the side to replace injured Xavier Coates, who's been fantastic. So good on him in his first 2 Origin matches. Edric Lee will debut against Josh Adokar. Cameron Munster, Daly Cherry Evans. So Cameron Munster went off the other day, and as soon as that happened, I knew we'd lost. I think I said in the video, Munster's gone. Now Christian Welch, really good one here. Christian Welch needs to get your type of Junior Paulo, your type of Martin Tupou offloads. That will trouble New South Wales for mine. Now, let's continue. Jake Friend, Josh Papali. Kurt Capewell moves into the 2nd row from the centres due to... Who's injured? I'm having a complete blank. Does it say below for me? Doesn't say below. Let me know in the comments. I'm having a complete blank there. Tino Fasua-Maali, who massive beef last week. Fantastic scenes at the stadium. Now, number 14, Harry Grant. Fantastic year. Rookie of the Year, Harry Grant in jersey 14. I'm really looking forward to this with Ben Hunt being dropped into jersey number 18 to give Harry Grant a start. Really happy there. And then Jaden Sewer is on the bench as well. So Jaden Sewer dropped to the bench with Kurt Capel coming into the starting side. Dynamis Louis in the reserves and Moe Fodawaker also in the reserves. Who do I think will win? Well, I've told you the teams now, so it's time to get in my tip. I'm going to think with my heart and my head. And my heart wants to go with my Maroons. But my head tells me the Blues are going to be a little bit too good. We love being underdogs. We love it. We saw in game 1, the Queensland Maroons love being underdogs. This is a very similar side to New South Wales game 1, but New South Wales were brilliant last week. There's a full crowd at Suncorp, and due to the current situation, only people, I guess, born in New South Wales that live in Queensland now can attend this match. I mentioned Christian Welch. If he can have a fantastic game and get those offloads away, if Valentine Holmes can be well and truly on, and I mean on the wing, Edric Lee's debut, Harry Grant has been fantastic all year. Tino fired up with his fight last week. Unchanged Blues side that got a 20-point win. I'm going to go the Maroons, guys. I'm not going to be biased here. As I said, my head tells me the Blues will win. I'm going to go with my heart. I've mentioned why. If these type of debutants weren't playing, especially Harry Grant, I probably would go New South Wales here. But I really do think that Kurt Capel had a massive game 1. He's going to be playing in the second row against Tyson Frizzell, so that'll be really interesting. He'll be bopping, taking some big hits there. Cameron Munster will want to bounce back because he hates a loss, and we know that. If Christian Welch can offload the ball, Jake Friend get his first Origin Series win. The decider, it's at Suncorp. I'm going Queensland to win in a very tight, close match. I said it will be very high scoring in game number 2. I think it goes back to about the mid-scoring here with I've got 34 total points. And I'm going to take the Maroons to beat New South Wales 18 points to 16. There you go. Queensland to beat New South Wales 18 points to 16. Incredibly hard game to tip. I guess you could argue, no, it's not. New South Wales all the way. But at the same time, we saw what we could do in game 1. Believed in ourselves after half-time. And I think we might just do it again here. So let's get into some try scoring and some multi kind of bets. But there's my tip, guys. The Maroons to beat New South Wales in the Origin decider, 18 points to 16 tomorrow night. So let's get into some best bets. Queensland at a $3 price, nice price there. Previously at $3.60 and $3.40, so obviously lowered. Even though they got smashed last week. New South Wales at $1.41 at this Origin decider. I've picked a couple bets here. So my first one is my own multi, paying $33. Now I've gone with the Maroons to win head-to-head, which at $3 isn't bad anyway itself, into Valentine Holmes, who'll be playing on the wing, familiar territory. I think he'll score a try. I think it's a lock, so Valentine Holmes. And I think this bloke didn't have a great game 1, had a really good game 2, and I think he can score again. Those high balls are his key. Daniel Tupou into under 42.5 points, so 42 or less points in the match total. I've got the total being a 34 points scored, so that would mean an additional 8 points or more would need to be scored. That's paying $33, so that's my multi. Once again, Queensland to win, Holmes and Tupou to score at any time under 42.5 points. That's my one. Now we're going into one for you New South Wales fans. So for New South Wales, I've gone with, it's only paying $8, but I think it's a safer bet. New South Wales to win, and that is into Josh Addo-Carr to score 2 or more tries. Queensland over 8.5 points. I think that being a decider, they'll score at least 12 points. So I'll take us for 2 tries or more, or even a try and 2 penalty kicks maybe. into New South Wales to lead the first half by -3.5. So that means that New South Wales must be leading by 4 or more points at the half. So if Josh Addo-Carr's to score 2 or more tries, I feel like New South Wales would get a win by more than 10 points and be up by about that six or more mark at half time. So New South Wales to win. Addo-Carr 2 tries, not 1. Queensland over 8. New South Wales -3.5. I don't back Addo-Carr much, but I've gone. Now, I'm picking 5 try scorers. Now, you can pick who you want your first try scorer to be. These are any times, even though I've got the total points being under 34. This is kind of a Hail Mary bet. I feel like at least 2 of these 5 will score. I've gone with Cody Walker. Cody Walker is a very potential first try scorer for me. I've gone with Daly Cherry Evans. I think he hasn't played his best footy in the last 2 games, but I think he'll cross over for one, whether it be a dummy or whether it be off a nice kick. Cherry Evans to score. I think he's about 550 at the moment. The debutant, fantastic player. He can definitely get one out of dummy half. I think he was, when I checked, he was at $7. Yes, $7 on Harry Grant. Into Corey Allen, the fullback from the Maroons. Was going to be playing on the wing, but now fullback. Into Big Ruffy here. I think he's paying $10 at any time. I think he's been great this Origin series. He's running the ball hard. $10 anytime. My Ruffy try scorer is Jake Trbojevic. Now, big if, so I'm telling you not to get on it for this reason. If all these players were to score, you would get $2,000 per dollar. If you were to take and mix a few of those players with your own, you could. But Cody Walker, Cherry Evans, Harry Grant, Corey Allen. If I was to lock a few of them, I would lock Walker, Grant. I'm really thinking Jake Trbojevic scores. So at $10, I like Jake Trbojevic. Big Jakey Gerbo to score a try. There's my tip, guys. My head tells me the New South Wales Blues will be too good tomorrow night. My heart tells me that the Maroons win 18-16. Going to be a great Origin decider. Go you Maroons! I'm pumped up. I've been to game 2. I've experienced the loss 2 years in a row. And hopefully we can stop the three-peat. Good luck to New South Wales fans. Tomorrow night, going to be a great game of footy. And that's going to be it for me. Make sure you do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll try and start up my season reviews straight after Origin as well. Thank you so much, guys.